Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to the first episode of Good Game, Bad Idea. This show is basically gonna be, the premise of, well, it's basically gonna be, surrounded by the premise of, it was a good game, but it had a bad peripheral or a boss or mechanic or something designed into it that kind of, ruined that specific part or the entire game. These are gonna start coming out on a weekly basis. I mean, not a daily basis, but a 3 day period: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will be continuing. What the fuck is wrong with you? Those will come out every Saturday. Blah. Tongue twister right there. But on to the episode. This one will consist of the first game, and that is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which also happens to be my favorite game of all time. This game was fucking amazing. This is just my opinion, but it's a lot of RPG players' opinion too. For it to be built around such a kiddie type of franchise. No offense to all the Mario players and whatnot. I also love to play Mr. Mario, but I do have to admit Paper Mario is kind of kiddie, even though it does have its moments. This game has some dark moments in it actually, and it's based around a kind of, I don't know, a type of dark, a little bit of dark storyline, but I'll get into that later in the video. But this game was amazing. When I first got it, when it first came out in 2004, I bought it with my with Super Mario Sunshine, which was also another amazing game. But it was just like, it was everything. It was like it was my favorite game at that time, and it hasn't changed. I have not played a game that beat it yet. I've not played a game that like tops this game. Like, the replay value in that game is so amazing. Like, I can go back and I can play that game over and over and over again. I'll never get tired of it. Like, I can get tired of playing even like games like Super Metroid over and over again. But like this game, I don't know. It just does not tire me out. It's so awesome in all types of the word. It's awesome because the mechanics, the gameplay, the controls, the action commands, everything in the game is just perfectly mapped to the right button. There's no uncomfortable things that you have to do with your fingers and the controller. It's also partially due to the part that the GameCube had a perfect controller, a control scheme for most of its games, and it's just so freaking awesome. The story, the bosses, the environments, the abilities that you get, uh, the level up system. The level up system is perfect. It's one of the most perfect level up systems in any RPG I've ever played. Um, just the characters, they gradually evolve during the game. It's very subtle. They only really only they only evolve once per stage, and by per stage I mean per chapter, because that's how the game is cut up into. It's cut up into I think 8 main chapters, and the final one is the ninth chapter. I might have that wrong, but no, it's cut up into 7 main chapters, and the final chapter, which is the eighth one, is where the final boss is. And the final boss in that game, I tell you, a lot of people say that she's easy, but to me, it was harder than the first Paper Mario. Like, that boss is a bitch to beat. She's got like 150 HP, and you can only deal out like five damage if you didn't level yourself up correctly. And like the battles before that, it's like 3 bosses in a row before that, and it's just, I don't know, it's insane. The final stage in that game is just really insane. It's got like 7 or so bosses, like, it's just in the first part of that final stage. Like, that final stage alone has at least like 12 bosses in it. It's amazing. And like, let me just talk about some of the stuff that I like about the game, that I like about the some of the stages that I like in the game. Sorry, it's kind of late and I'm a little bit tired, but I can't sleep once more. Um, so my favorite stage in that game out of all the stages is chapter 6, if I'm correct. Chapter 6 is the perfect stage in any game I've ever played. It's not a part in that stage that you can like get stuck on because something wasn't explained clearly. It's not a part in that stage that you can like get well, it is parts of that stage you can get frustrated. I'm not gonna say that. That'd be unfair to other games because it's plenty of parts you can get frustrated at that game. But it's so like it like okay. Let me just explain the premise of chapter 6. Okay, after chapter 5, pretty much you find out that the next item you need, I'm not going to give any spoilers for anybody that hasn't played the game, because if you haven't played, you need to get out there and buy that fucking game. It's amazing. And you need to play that thing. But, it's based on this. You make it past a pretty long stage, actually, a pretty fairly long and fun stage. Chapter 5 is also my second favorite stage. But, and the premise of chapter 6 is that, you have to take a train to get to the next item that you need, and it's supposed to be one of the most luxurious trains in the entire region, I think. And it's supposed to be, you get prepaid by like a mob boss on like west side of the town. Have to do some kind of like crazy thing to stop his daughter from running away from him, even though he ends up letting her go anyway. Oh wait, no, 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 nope, nope, that was chapter 3. I got it mixed up. My bad. But pretty much you have to do some type of favor for this mob boss. I forget which one. You got to do several favors for the mob boss throughout the game, and it works really well. Um, and after you do the favors, what happens is he gives you a ticket to get on there for free because it was really expensive and whatnot. And it's supposed to be like a luxurious ride to this luxurious town through several scenic areas and stuff. And it's supposed to be like a cakewalk. It's supposed to be that level where you have a cakewalk and nothing wrong happens. But no, 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 no. See, the henchman of the supposed, if you can't see me, I know you can't see me, so I'm just gonna make the finger signs anyway. Main bad guy in the game, finger signs activate. Um, he sends his goons out to give you trouble, and pretty much they get like a bomb, like a cartoonic bomb threat. Cartoonic's not even a word, but cartoonic. Yep, it's a new word now. I'm adding to the dictionary. Bomb threat on you, and pretty much you have to find out where they're gonna strike and how they're gonna use it to stop you. I mean, to stop them, and you gotta like go around collecting clues. So it's pretty much like a sleuth level, and you gotta go around and stop them before they do it. And then you have to stop, and then once you do that, this I think that this chapter is set up into like 3 or 5 days, and the days are like it's like a certain task you have to complete each day to keep the train moving. No, it's 3 days. Yeah, it's 3 days, and no, 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 no. Yeah, it's 3 days. It's three. No, it's. I'm stumbling. Sorry about that. Forget about that. It's not really important. But the thing is, you have to figure out who has the bomb and who has the plan. So you go around collecting clues and whatnot. And you find out it's this celebrity, but it turns out he's not really a celebrity. He's one of the previous chapter's bosses who joined up with the main bad guy in the process, who could shapeshift, and he took disguised as a celebrity, and he was going to set it off. But you stop him just in the nick of time. Now you think it's going to be smooth sailing on from there on out, but it's not. You freaking you like okay. Pretty much what happens is the main bad guys. I mean the henchmen of the main supposed bad guy kind of cause another problem, and you stop at this train station. Now, from here on out, it's just you take out the henchmen, and they're no longer there. So you have to go through the train station, and re lower the bridge and whatnot. Sorry about all the stumbling. I didn't really plan this out. It's just kind of spur of the moment. But once you get the bridge to be lowered, you get back on the train, but you don't realize that it was these creatures in the train station, and they're really small, kind of black. They seem kind of I mean, kind of harmless. And what happens is, it turns out they're not really all that they're really harmless in like small amounts of numbers, but they can like accumulate. And I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let me back up a little bit. So you get back on the train, and you think it's gonna be all smooth sailing out from there because you only have like a few hours left on your train ride. So you hop back on the train, and you wake up the next morning after going to sleep. Of course, there's nobody on the train. You don't see anybody on the train, except for the engineer. All the shops are closed. People are knocked out in the shop. So you talk to the engineer, and it's the things from the train station jump onto your window, and they kind of obscure your vision and whatnot. So you have to go and knock them off, and you get onto the top of the train, and it's just hordes of them. So all the people are trapped in the hordes of them, and you have to free them by just smashing them with your hammer. So you just progressively move, and then they just like accumulate into this gigantic, awesome beast, and you gotta fight them. And it's really epic. It's one of my favorite levels ever. But you finally make it to the like luxurious celebrity town, and when you try to get the item that you get, the enemy made it there first, and they get it before you do. But they really didn't get it because, spoiler alert, it's a fake that they got, and the real one is well hidden in an alternate reality between some type of real weird dimension and real reality between a painting. So you hop into the painting and you get the real crystal. Spoiler alert: crystal star, and that's pretty much it. Anybody's playing that game, just kind of stay there. You can grind. You can grind your ass off because those monsters in there are worth a lot of experience points. But here's the bad thing with this game. There are several parts. There are about 3 or 4 parts in this game. I can give you 2 examples where it like you have to find somewhere to go, or you have to like spell. Okay, let me give you the first example. First example is in World 3. Well, Chapter 3 according to the game. So it's around a third of the way through the level. I'm not a third of the way through the level. 3/4 of the way through the level, maybe 2/3. I mean, not 2/3, but maybe a half of the way through the level. You get a clue, and it says, "Go to the watering hole." Now, this is a very, very small place. There is not any type of watering hole anywhere around it. It's not even a hose, no water anywhere. But it said, "Go to the watering hole." And it's a note. So I spent literally, I shit you not, 3 months deciphering this message every day after school. I would hop on the game for 2 hours and I would just walk around the level looking for the watering hole. So pretty much they gave you no hint to what the watering hole was. The watering hole, you think it's the watering hole, you would think a beverage stand. But the beverage stand, you walk into like you walk into the I'm sorry for all stumbling, but you walk into the beverage stand and it's nothing there. Like, you talk to all the people in there and nothing happens. So after around 2 months, I finally talked to the people in a specific order, and to figure out, you have to talk to the supermodel next to the bartender, and then you talk to the bartender, and then you get the item that was supposed to be delivered to you. That is a major flaw. How the fuck are you supposed to figure that out? Is it like, it's not like it's a sign, and it doesn't even, the name of the beverage shop isn't even the watering hole. It's like, why would you put watering hole? That confused me so hard. I mean, I was in like, what, fourth, third grade when I was doing it. I'm not supposed to figure that out. I didn't know. I freaking called the Nintendo hotline. They didn't explain anything to me. And then now you think it's all cool after that. You think it's all cool after that level, like it's just gonna be smooth sailing. But hell no. The very next level. The very next level. I shit you not. You have to spell the boss's name, right? So first you have to not only can you not spell his name in the beginning, because one, you don't know his name. When you finally figure out his name, you try to spell it, and when the keyboard pops up, the P in his name is missing. So you have to go back to his mansions all the way through the fucking woods, and you have to find the P that's hidden in the basement of this weird ass mansion. And then this is a cool level. I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty sweet ass design for a level. It's a pretty sweet thing for it. It's kind of classic. But just play it for yourself. It's level 4. But you have to go into this basement. You have to like search around, and it's in this tiny box where you get quizzed by a whole bunch of boos. If you're not familiar with the Mario series, boos are just go stumbling so much. Just ghosts. And they quiz you, and you get it right, and they give you the P. So you go back over to his name, and you spell his name, right? And what does he say? Wrong, sucker. That's not it. Blah 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 blah. What the fuck? I talked to your freaking parrot, the only friend that you really have. Shit, you not. His only friend is a fucking parrot. I swear to God, look it up. His name is Dupless. But fucking Dupless level 4. That was hilarious. But I shit you not, his name is Dupless, and his only friend is a parrot. And I gotta wrap this up in like a minute. But pretty much, you can't spell his name in all caps or in all lower. You have to put the first letter in his name capital and the rest of it lowercase, like actual proper spelling. And that pissed me off. I mean, when you're playing a game, when do you actually use proper capitalization? Never. You never need to do any of that stuff. I mean, a lot of the dialogue in that game wasn't even properly capitalized. But I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon. But pretty much, I'll rate that game just because it's my favorite one. 9.5 out of 10. It's a fucking amazing game. If you haven't played it, go try for yourself. This has been the first episode of Good Game, Bad Idea. This is Fallen, and I'm out.